That's right, Internet. It's okay to be jealous of the drip. I definitely just woke up. Like, I'm still wearing pajama pants and everything. But with that said, hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to one of our weekly Komi Can't Communicate discussion videos. Today, we're going to be talking all about episode 4. It's just a physical plus more. But before we get to the video proper, quick reminder if you haven't done so yet to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, set notifications to all, and let all of AnyTube know that you're here. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Boop the up snoot, too, if you haven't done so yet. And without further ado, we are going to go ahead and jump right into this thing. And if you can't tell by what I assume is either the thumbnail or the title, Yamai's Worst Girl. Oh my god, this character is scary. I was like legit uncomfortable the entire time she was on screen. Like the entire time. What a friggin' psycho! Like, so she, like, it turns out Yamai, I didn't really like Yamai the first time we were introduced to her. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was just like, Yamai, worst girl, right? I didn't think it was gonna be this. Like, I was not prepared for this level of yikes. But Yamai is actually, like, legitimately full-out yandere, actually scary. Which, in hindsight, I suppose I likely should have seen coming. Yamai was definitely creepy, like, a while ago. Like, with her whole, like, you better know to understand your place, trash, blah, 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 when she was talking to Donna, which, by the way, you were not gonna call my boy trash when you out here sucking hair. But we will talk about that in a bit. But yeah, Yamai always kind of gave off, like, I don't know about this one type of vibes, but, like, turns out, yeah, she's hella creepy and is actually out here, displaying very psychotic tendencies, from like kidnapping to Dono, like actually straight up kidnapping my boy in a moment that reminded me of almost a Detective Conan when she showed up from behind, was all like as like a silhouette. You knew who that was the second it happened. You knew who that was. But regardless, yeah, like, so she shows up, kidnaps the Dono. Her room is filled with photos of Komi that she has taken from afar. Yikes. And then collages of her cut out from other pictures, like pretending like she's kissing Komi. Ew. And then it gets worse when she finds a strand of Komi's hair that has fallen on the ground, and she picks it up and begins to like lick it and suck on the strand of hair. Oh god. What a lunatic. And like threatening to kill people. Like, just like threatening to kill Tadano and threatening to kill Najimi and pretty much everyone just around Komi. I'm sure if she even spoke to Aguri, it would have still been the same thing. Just like absolutely very bizarre behavior from Yamai in a big bad way. And she makes me uncomfortable. And she's worst girl. And the scene of her kidnapping my boy and like holding him in the closet, right? And I love when Najimi opens the closet like, oh, I'm sorry, are we interrupting? And starts to close the closet door like, oh, okay, is this what you two are into? Like, just like, oh, that's my bad. But of course, like, you know, Tadano's like, no! And then that's when Yamai comes in and is like, oh, so you opened the closet. And she has these like super sharp chopsticks, and I'm like, why are they sharpened? Like, it's like, oh god. Like, it literally, like, the way they played it, it stopped being funny. And I was, like, actually, like, I was laughing still, but because I was genuinely concerned. I was like, did this just take a real sharp turn, as sharp as those chopsticks, into, like, Horror Town? Because it feels like we just took a turn into Horror Town. Like, I was, like, actually, this should have aired in October. Like, this episode should have been an October episode, because yikes. Yeah, that whole scene is creepy, but like it also like leads into one of like the best moments of the entire show so far, as far as I'm concerned. But it's Yamai when she says like, he's trash, he shouldn't be around you, I should be your friend, like I'm the one. By the way, did anybody else get Harry Potter vibes? And if you're confused on what I mean, I don't mean like magic, I mean like when Draco's just like, you shouldn't be friends with the Weasley, trash like him, you should be friends with me. And then Harry's just like, I'm capable of picking out my own friends, thanks. Right? Like I'm a pretty good judge of character, right? Like, that was Komi to Yamai. Like, I can choose my own friends. Which is probably one of the best scenes of the entire show. And can I just say, the Komi Tadano greatness! The greatness of Komi and Tadano. Oh my god. Like, this ship is strong. I'm normally not a fan of canon ships. I find canon ships typically to be kind of boring, but Komi and Tadano is just the GOAT. Like, Komi and Tadano are so friggin' great. Like, they are so damn cute. Like, the phone scene, okay? Like, let's talk a second about the phone scene. That scene is so dang cute. It is so adorable, right? Like, the way that, like, Komi is nervous about even asking for this man's number. She has to go to the others first, but she doesn't want them to put it in the phone. She wants them to write down their numbers so that later Tadano can be the first person to punch his number into Komi's phone. So cute. So dang cute. And then the phone call itself. Oh my god. Like, okay, when he put his number into her phone, right? It was cute, because he was blushing. He could tell, like, oh, okay, maybe Komi is kind of into me, which is strange, because I think he's aware, like, you know, he's this average dude, Komi's this really pretty girl, so for him it's still like, what? Like, she's kind of out of his league, which I think is what makes it cuter to me, but, like, it's that whole thing, and then on top of that, when she calls him by accident. So her phone, the way it works is you just lift it up to your ear and it'll start calling, right? So she was pretending to call Tadano and have this conversation with him, right? Like, just to practice, right? And then he picks up the phone and she's like, what? And, like, she looks down at the paper and it says, like, it's a handy app that you just lift the flip phone up to your ear and it'll call for you. So she's like, oh shit. So she just hangs up immediately, but Tadano gets worried, so he, like, calls her back. And then when he calls her back, she's like, yeah, this number's not in service. Gotta go. Like, he just hangs up. And Tadano's like, oh my god, she sounds so cute! And I think it's his sister is just like, can you please be quiet? But, like, I just love that, like, her voice is cute! So, like, he, like, shouts it from the heavens, you know, like, it's so friggin' cute! Why are they so cute? Like, and on top of that, the I choose my own friends line, right? Komi says this, and Tadano says this, right? Because when Komi says it, it's to Yamai, after Yamai is hella creepy, right? Like, Komi basically says, like, I can pick my own friends, thanks. Right? Like, she doesn't even say thanks. She says, thanks for having us. And then when she tries to leave, Yamai tries to, like, stop her. And she says, like, I can pick my own friends. Like, holds up the thing, says, I can pick my own friends. And I was like, oh! Burn! Right? Like, that had to hurt. I was like, yes! Like, that felt so good. That felt good. Also, yeah, Najimi just being like, ah! Yeah, Najimi stuck on the wall was really funny. But, we'll talk more about Najimi a little bit later. But, Komi writing, I could pick my own friends. And then later, when Komi reapproaches Tadano and says, like, we really gotta talk, and says, like, I don't think we should stay friends, is sad, right? Because, like, you completely understand where she's coming from in that scene. Because, like, as far as Komi's concerned, Yamai could have killed Tadano. Like, I'm not even kidding, like, that could have happened. Right? So Komi tries to say, like, what if we weren't there to save you? What if something else happened? What if it happens again? Like, I can't bear the thought of something happening to you because of me. Right? Like, Komi is just outright with it. And then Tadano says, you know, Komi, I choose my own friends. And I was like, oh! My heart! My heart! I was like, when that happened, I was like, oh shit! And then Tadano, like, gets flustered. And then she speaks. Komi says, like, essentially just tells this man, like, I want to continue to be friends with you. I want to stay friends with you. And I'm not gonna lie, your boy got kind of emotional. I got a little emotional. Because, like, I wasn't anticipating Komi to talk that fast. Right? So I was like, oh my god, she's speaking. Like, we heard her speak over the phone, right? That was huge, right? Because I'm like, oh shit, she could talk over the phone, right? It's, in fairness, like, there's a bit of relation for me between Komi and I, right? Like, where Komi has an easier time talking over the phone than in person. I have a much easier time talking over videos and on calls than I do, like, face-to-face. Face-to-face, I'm a little bit more quiet. I'm still very chatty, but I'm a little bit more quiet. So I understand where Komi's coming from, where it's a little easier to talk over the phone. She still doesn't have the easiest time. It's not like she could just talk all the time. Still kind of shy, but it's easier for her to talk over the phone, which is probably going to be good to know going forward. But the fact that she spoke and said, I want to, like, because she spoke specifically to save to stop Tadano from potentially walking away, because Tadano wasn't going to walk away, but she wanted to just reinforce that she does want to stay friends with Tadano. And when she spoke, your boy got so emotional. Your boy got so emotional. Everybody, I just need you to know that there were tears in my eyes. I didn't have tears rolling down the cheeks, but I was misty-eyed, right? I was, I was not prepared. I was not prepared. I really shipped it. I need these two to get together. I need these two to get together ASAP. Because, like, they are so cute. Don't tell me, manga fans, if they get together, by the way. I don't want to know. Let it be a surprise. But I certainly hope the series ends with these two being together, right? Because they're so freaking cute. But some bonus stuff this week, just real quick. Najmi was a gem, as always. Super great. Agari, since I didn't get to talk about her last week, very interesting character. I don't really get the dog thing, but okay. She's interesting. And then another character that's introduced this week is Yadano, who seems pretty cool. I like her goal of beating Kami, rivaling the gods type of deal. It's respectable. It's what the episode title is. Like, it's just a physical plus more. Like, that's about Yadano. Trying to beat Komi during, like, the physical exams. Like, just trying to... So, hoping that if she can beat Komi, then she can then rival the gods, you know? Like, cool character. Respectable goal, you know? I don't appreciate her putting down Komi like that. But I can respect the resolve. I actually kind of hope we see more of Yadano in the future. Just because I wasn't expecting this character to show up and be kind of as cool as they were. But they were really cool, and so I hope we actually get to see more of them down the line. I don't know what it would be. Maybe, like, Yadano is constantly trying to one-up Komi, like, constantly trying to rival the gods until eventually becoming a friend, having been conquered by Komi in her goal of in the 100 friends goal, you know? That'd be kind of cool. So, yeah, I all in all, Yadano's a cool character. I hope we see more from them. And in general, this is a very good episode of the show. I just really like this show. There's just something about it. I wish Netflix would just release this on time. And I will say I'm really noticing the subtitling issue now that people have pointed out. Like, man, there's a lot of things that just aren't translated. And that's like not to go at the translator. They say the name of the translator at the end, at the end of each episode. Not to go at, I believe their name is Claire. Not to go at Claire. I really don't think this is her fault. I think this is Netflix just kind of giving her a bit of a raw deal. Probably just handing her the episode like a few days before, going like, translate! Because translators' jobs are really hard. But Crunchyroll gets this stuff out an hour after it comes out in Japan. This is like 3 weeks later. So it just makes the subtitling thing more noticeable. It's rough. It's not the show's fault. This is very much a Netflix problem. And I just made a video on Netflix and the JoJo's problem and Netflix's problem with anime in general. So I'm not going to go into that, but you should check that out if you haven't. But yeah, that's it though. Like, other than the subtitling thing, which is not the fault of the show at all, this show is fantastic. Definitely going to be nominating it for the Kotatsu Annie Awards, which are coming up, by the way. But yeah, definitely going to be nominating it for Best Comedy and Best Slice of Life for sure. Komi's great. Absolutely great. Anyway, outro. And that's going to do it for another video for this week, everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to boop that up snoot, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and set notifications to all. Let all of AniTube know that you are here. And before we go, as always, I have to give a big thank you to my wonderful masters who help keep this channel afloat. And of course, I have to give a special thank you to the Masters of Masters, and they are Izevi, Asaki VT, Elizabeth Just Elizabeth, JCran23, Jeremy P, Matt87 Eagle, Shadow Creative, Shiorans, Stephen G, Stevie W, Trapmaster, Trevor W, and Tristan G. Thank you all so much for your continued support. It means the world to me, and if you too would like to see your name scrolling past the screen, or maybe have your voice shouted out at the end of these videos, be sure to check out that link in the description to our Patreon page, or you can hit the join button right beside the sub button. Either way helps out tremendously, and I thank you a lot for it. And yeah, that's it for me. So until next time, make sure you clean your room. It's filthy. Seriously, a clean room is a clean mind. Just think about it, okay? Anyway, bye.